What is going on YouTube? It has been a minute. Today's video is by much popular request. I'm going to be answering some questions and going over my Hellcat Swapped 3rd Gen. So to kind of start this out, this is an 05 Ram 1500. We did the 06 front end swap on it, 4.6 McGoy's drop, some Hellcat reps, and I really like the way it sits. This truck started out with a 4.7 liter V8 and an automatic transmission. And after about 4 engine replacements, we decided to rip everything out and start over. We kind of got tired of replacing the 4.7s, so I decided to go ahead and throw a Hellcat in it. You know, what's better than a supercharged 6.2 liter Hemi? Now, these swaps are very straightforward. For the most part, they bolt in, except for the transmission crossmember. You got to do some modifications to that. But since the 3rd gens came with Gen 3 Hemis, the Hellcat block is still Gen 3 Hemi based, and we were able to use factory 05 Ram Hemi motor mounts and directly bolt the motor in place where it needed to be. Now that is where the easy stuff stops on this project. Everything else is pretty much custom, one-off made, but we do offer complete Hellcat bolt-in swap kits for these trucks. So if you're looking to do the same, you don't have to go through all the custom fabrication like we had to do, especially on all this core sport stuff. We're running a Cummins radiator, Hellcat secondary cooling stack. We've got a Durrell oil cooler on the bottom down here. I don't know if you can see that. We're running the Hellcat secondary supercharger radiator down there as well, and a bunch of other stuff. So the kit's going to come with upper and lower radiator hoses. You're going to get all the mounts to mount your secondary cooling stack in the front from a Hellcat, preferably Charger. You're going to get a mount to relocate the TIP'em, and you can see there's no battery over here. We put in a Cummins battery box on that side just to kind of clean up this side. Soon we're going to move this to the back of the truck in the bed, get that cleaned up a bit. This mount over here is going to mount your Hellcrate or Hellcat air filter. It's going to move the TIP'em back. It's going to hold the ABS module in the back out of the way. It's going to just clean this up a whole lot over here. Like I said, you're going to get upper and lower stainless one-piece radiator hoses. It's going to come with boots and clamps. All the CNC lasered mounts for the secondary cooling stack. You're going to get a mount for your Hellcat supercharger coolant reservoir, as well as you're going to get a mount in the back for the Hellcrate power distribution block. We mounted the ECM all the way in the back. As you can see, we're not running AC. I'll get to that in a minute. But we're running the Hellcrate ECM all the way in the back. Just kind of keeps it out of the way, and we like the way the harness laid over there. Still got to do some tidying up with the harness. Other than that, we've got shorty stainless headers on this thing. It's real dirty. It's just been sitting around. Full vibrant 3-inch exhaust with a custom X pipe. Everything's V-banded. Now moving on to the back, we're playing with fire a little bit here because we're running the stock 3rd gen rear end. And this isn't the SRT rear end that's a little bit beefier. This is a true 4.7 rear end. Doesn't have posi or anything like that in it, so that's only a matter of time before we lose that, I'm sure. And then at that point, we'll send it back over to our fab guys. We'll put a quick performance 9-inch under this thing, go ahead and 4-link it and see what it can do then. Now for the fuel system. This is where it got a little tricky for us. So we are running a Rhodes Race Cars fuel cell in the bed. And if you know anything about Hellcats, they require a pulse width modulated fuel pump, especially when you're running the Hellcrate wiring kit. So we made a custom billet Walbro external fuel pump, the 525 LPH Hellcat pump, and it's got -8 feed line, -8 return with an Aeromotive regulator on it. So we're able to really dial in the pressure, especially for return. Runs up to the factory fuel rail in the back. We've got an AN adapter from Red Horse Performance, and we are able to supply this 6.2 with all the fuel it could need. Now for inside this thing, it's a little bit of a mess. We got some cleaning up to do. We are running for the controller for the transmission. We are running a Sound German 8HP90 standalone controller, which that allows us to run the factory Challenger Charger shifter, which we still need to mount. Actually, I think I'm going to take this apart and repin this to work with a TRX dial shifter, and we're going to mount it here in the dash eventually. But this kit allows us to run PSC paddle shifters, so we can control the transmission in sport mode off of this, put it in sport mode on the shifter, and the paddles work. For the gauge cluster, I made a custom gauge pack out of carbon fiber and digital Intellitronics gauges. which those are all going to be coming out soon. Sound German now offers a kit that you can piggyback into the trans controller side and the ECM side and run a factory Challenger gauge cluster similar to what we have right here. So this will display, you know, odometer again, 0 to 60 times, all the cool stuff that you would have in a modern Hellcat. Some more details up front. We went ahead and switched the truck over to a Hydro Boost off of a Cummins. That gave us a little bit of extra clearance on the valve cover so we could run these factory dress-up valve covers. You don't necessarily have to do that. You can run the factory booster. It does just get a little bit close to that passenger side valve cover. And we just wanted a little bit of extra room in case later down the road we decide to put a bigger supercharger on it or, you know, anything like that. So we are running AM lines all the way from the Hydro Boost. We're running all the way down to the power steering pump off of a Hellcat with AN lines, and then we run forward to this power steering cooler right here. As far as the radiator goes, this is a cold case radiator for a 06 to, I guess, 08, 09 Cummins with the matching fan shroud. So it's got electric fans in it. That worked out really well. We were able to bolt that directly into the factory half-ton front crossmember with no modifications except trimming down the mounts on the bottom of the radiator a little bit. And then the trans cooler, we're running a Mishimoto, same 06 and up Cummins trans cooler with Dash 8A and lines running to the transmission. Keeps that 8-speed nice and cool. Apologies for the change in scenery. We had to move inside as my phone was getting a little bit too hot. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward. It's our little sleeper truck with a Hellcat swap. You know, you wouldn't be very suspecting of this thing if it was just sitting in a parking lot like this with the hood shut. Only telltale sign I'd say is probably the fuel cell in the back. But we do plan on making a lot more content with this thing. We're going to get the trans pulled out here soon, get it up on the lift in the other bay and see if we can't figure out what we did to hurt that thing. I'm assuming every single clutch, and it's probably smoke since we ran it down the road doing burnouts with half a quart of fluid in it. Other than that, we're going to get a Suncoast kit here, get that rebuilt, see how long we can get that stock rear to last, and then when that goes, we're probably going to pull it apart, do a 9-inch. We're working on building a 426 stroker for this thing right now. So once we get back from the SEMA show this year, we'll entertain getting the motor swapped out in this thing and have a lot more content for you guys. Other than that, if you have any questions on this thing, and feel free to comment, ask away. I'll answer all I can, and I appreciate it.